Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, the lecturers. My name is Yaskar Ringas Panjaitan. I'm from Education Office Administration, Faculty of Economics, Universitas Negeri Jakarta. Today, I want to present about my presentation, the thesis defense, and the title is Digital Literacy, Industry Practice, and Work Readiness for Generation Z at SMKN 51 Jakarta. Chapter 1 is about introduction. Next, the current vocational high school students who are part of Generation Z and will soon enter the workforce must prepare themselves immediately. They are expected to excel not only locally, but also to possess national identity and competitive advantage in the national and international markets through the strength of the existing education system. However, in reality, not all vocational high school graduates can meet the employment requirements. So the role of vocational high school in preparing skilled middle-level workers need to be improved. As you can see, this is data from Badan Pusat Statistik in 2023. SMK or vocational high school has the highest unemployment rate compared to other education levels at the 9.42%, followed by SMA or senior high school. It's 8.57%, and the next SMP or junior high school, it's 5.95%, and then diploma 4.59%, university 4.80, and the SD or elementary school 3.59%. As you can see, this is the image of worthiness of the Generation Z at SMK 51 Jakarta. Research objectives. There are 3 points about research objectives. First is to find out and analyze influence of digital literacy on student work willingness. Two, to find out and analyze the influence of industry practice on students' work willingness. And then to find out and analyze the influence of digital literacy and industry practice on student work willingness. Chapter 2 about literature review. Okay, next. The literature review, first is the dependent variable is worthiness. Worthiness refers to the level of an individual's preparedness in the terms of skills, knowledge, and attitudes that shape their character to effectively contribute to the workplace, enabling them to perform their duties optimally. There are three indicators for the worthiness. One is knowledge, two is skills, and then attitude. Okay, next about the dependent variable, that is digital literacy, refers to an individual's ability to effectively utilize technology, going beyond merely consuming information on digital platforms. It encompasses the ability to actively seek out, identify, evaluate, and process information, and then ultimately leading to its further development. There are 4 point indicators, but digital literacy, the first is basic computer and information technology skills, and then characteristic of information source in the digital era, and then core competencies and skills, and then ownership of perspective intertwined with the digital world. Okay, next, the last variable of literature review in this research is industry practice. Industrial internship is an integral component of vocational education organized jointly by schools and industries or business. It, it provides students with an opportunity to test their skills and confidence, preparing them to become a skilled and competent human resource upon entering the workforce. There are 3 points about the industry practice indicator. First is professional, two is experience, and then have expertise. And then chapter 3 about method in this research. The research flow, there are 4 flow about my research. First is submission of titles and conducting pre-research. I do in October until November 2023, about 1 month. And then the preparation of thesis proposals, I start on December until February 2023. And then proposal seminar, it's March 2024. And then preparation of chapter 4 until 5 and thesis defense that I presentation to the lecturers now. It's about April until July 2024. Okay, next is about research object. The population used is a grade students of SMK Negeri 51 Jakarta, which is divided into several majors, namely accounting and institutional finance, or AKL, Office Management and Business Service, or MPLB, and then online business and marketing, called PM, and then television program production and broadcasting, called BCF1, and then film and multimedia production, it's called BCF2, and the last is visual communication design, or DKV, as many as 251 students. A total of 251 students become an affordable population in the study. Sampling in the study using Isaac and Mikhail tables with an error rate of 5%. Based on the table, it was found that the number of samples was at least 146 students. This is the image about table of Isaac and Mikhail and sampling. As you can see, my population is 250, and then because I'm using Isaac and Mikhail table, I've got 146 of the sample with 5%, and then this is, as you can see, the population and the sample proportion. Okay, next is data collection and analysis technique. Data collection techniques using the Likert scale to find out the length or shortness of an interval on measuring instrument. And then primary data will be used in the study, obtained through a questionnaire with the help of Google Form. And then for the analysis techniques, using structural equation, model partial least square, or it's called SMPLS, SmartPLS 3.0 version. And then the data analyze text includes descriptive analysis, outer model, inner model, and hypothesis test. Okay, next it's chapter 4, the results. The results on this research, it's shown that the data analysis techniques used consist of outer model analysis and inner model analysis. The result of the calculation of x1 on Y show that the original sample score is 0.345 and the test statistic is 6.570, bigger than 1.96, and the p-values is 0.000, less than 0.05. Then for x2 on the Y, the original sample score is the 0.60 to 7, and the statistic is 12.141, bigger than 1.96, and the p-value is 0.000, less than 0.05. The results of the f-square or f2 calculation of variable x1 on Y are 0.193, and for variable x2 on Y are 0.636. The last chapter is conclusion and recommendation. Next. The conclusion in this research about the results of the calculation in this study shows that the digital literacy, or X1, has a direct and significant influence on work readiness, meaning the hypothesis 1 is acceptable. Then, industrial work practice as a X2 has a direct and significant influence on work readiness. So the meaning is the hypothesis 2 is acceptable. And then the influence of digital literacy and industrial work practice simultaneously has a direct and significant effect on work readiness, meaning that the hypothesis 3 is acceptable. And then for the recommendation, the the researchers suggest about the educators, especially teachers of related subjects at SMK 51 Jakarta, can improve their competence in the implementation of improving students' abilities related to the digital literacy aspect, so that the student have major proficiency in the preparation after they graduate from school, with the aim that the students can competent in the current industrial revolutions era, which prioritize the use of digital device as a benchmark for work ability. The researchers also hopes that the school, SMK 51 Jakarta, will be able to open wider connections with company partners who need prospective workers by holding a collaboration program between the school and the company related to the implementation of industrial work practice for students. From this series of activities, it is hoped that it can be increase the student work readiness for the better, so that the younger generations, especially Generation Z, Generation Z, has a major readiness to go directly into the world of work. Okay, this is the last slide for this thesis defense my presentation today. Thank you.